Good morning everyone, and welcome to your Tuesday Thoughts video. Today is Tuesday the 7th of November 2023. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. It's a bit chaotic out there. There's lots of stuff happening which is causing major shifts within people, but also within the world. So steady yourselves. That's the best thing I can advise. Find a way to find your steady ground as you move forward. And then that helps you integrate and help others as needed. Definitely we're moving into a, coming up to the end of the year energy. We've got portal coming up on the 11th, so 11/11 portal, so big energy surges. So there's lots going on. So today I'm going to read from the tarot and just do an intuitive read for you for the week ahead. This is for everyone on YouTube. We blow out the old energy. And we're just going to ask the tarot to give us some messages for this week. And then I read intuitively. If you want a personal reading, you have to get in touch with me to discuss that. But what you might find is that some of this resonates anyway. So some of it, my regular watchers might find that it's a continuation of what you heard last week or the month before. And then for some new people, it might just sort of give you clarity on what you're feeling right now, because we're all feeling a lot of different things. The energy is all over the shop, even feeling tiredness, lethargy. Can feel a lack of interest as well for some people, lack of interest in life because it's all a bit doom and gloom, and then that can make you pull back and withdraw. Whatever emotions you're trying to deal with can make you want to seem shiny and happy, but actually really inside you might want to kind of pull back and withdraw. And that happens in the winter anyway, with the whole hibernation energy, the darker evenings. It's colder, so you do want to kind of wrap up and have that kind of cozy, rested, safe space, I guess. And thank goodness we who are here, who are watching this, thankfully we have safe space. And even if you're in a position where you're not feeling safe, if you happen to be watching this somewhere where there is a lot of conflict or destruction, I send out my blessing to you. And if you are receiving this, then may you be blessed and may you be helped out of your situation. So just a little hello to you as well. But for those of us who are able to sit here in the calm, we are very, very, very lucky, and we always have to appreciate that. So let's get on with the read and ask. Oh, someone's jumped out. So I'll take a few cards, and then I've got a few other decks which I will use to clarify. I've got a few different ones here that I might pick from, so we'll see how it goes. But we need, I was going to say we need 3 more cards, and I've got 3 more cards that jumped out. So let's read from the bottom of the deck. So this can be your underlying energy. So sort of the stream of energy that's kind of underlying everything, and it's the Queen of Cups. So she can be Piscean or water sign card, water sign person, might be a female, or might be even King and Queen kind of have equal energy as well, so male or female. And she is sitting there sort of on an island on her own, and she's very emotional. She's the water sign, so water signs are all about feeling. They're all about emotion and feeling, very sensitive. And they may find themselves crying or just being extremely emotional, empathic as well, feeling others' feelings as well as their own, not understanding the difference between others' feelings and their own feelings. And she's sitting here on her own, but she has her cup. And her cup is like her heart of love. Her cup is like her offering. And she's sitting here holding it, saying, my cup is ready. I'm ready to give my cup, but who do I give it to? She's surrounded by dolphins as well, and she's surrounded by the ocean, and it's a little bit topsy-turvy where she is, so the emotions are a little bit up and down where she is, but on the horizon it's calm and peaceful. It's very like my paintings, actually. I tend to paint, when I do art and seascapes, I tend to paint a straight horizon line. So everything is calm in the distance. We're all moving towards the horizon, moving towards the future. So it's a little bit choppy here, it's a little bit emotional, but here she is sitting alone, ready to give her heart, ready to give her cup of love to someone. So it might mean that you have been in a period, and you can see you've got the mermaids here as well. So the mermaid energy can entice someone into your life. It can seduce someone into your life as well. The idea was that they distracted the sailors when they were out at sea, and then they might end up crashing. So that's why the lighthouses were created. So they would stop distracting the sailors, and they would be able to see where the rocks and things were. So there is an element of the temptress here, so that, which is very female and Piscean as well, that seductiveness is here. So it is calling out to someone. It is saying that availability here, but very emotional, very sensitive. So she needs someone who's aware of her sensitivity. She needs someone who is able to handle that much feeling. This is feeling to the highest extent. Someone who's very deep, very deep. So the waters are deep, the thoughts are deep, the emotions are deep, but very dark and sultry as well. So that's the underlying energy. So we'll have to see how that pivots into the story. And the first card that came over, I don't know what the others are yet because they're turned the other way up. But the first card is this one, which is the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles can point to part-time work. So there's an element of having to do a side hustle, perhaps. So leaving your full-time position to move to a more part-time position. Possibly having two elements on the go. So you might have your continuous work that you've been doing for a while, but you might want to start something. You might want to start a new project. There might be something that you want to give birth to, something that you want to create, something that you want to begin, something that you want to focus on. And it's going to be business orientated. The Pentacles are business, they're money, they're a kind of career, they're work. So there is some work here that you're going to do, and you're sort of standing in the middle, and you're not sure whether to completely devote yourself to this new project or to stay connected to what has grown corn in the past. So what you have built and what you have received reward for, what you have worked at, and what has paid your wages in the past. But there's this idea off to the side that you're thinking, I want to start something new. You've got the little hare here jumping off into the field. So that can point to, perhaps Easter time, perhaps springtime. So maybe now in these winter months is the time to plan, is the time to research, is the time to study, because Pentacles can be about study as well, about learning. So learn about this new endeavour that you're going to do. Put in a little bit of effort, and then you will see, as with the others, that it will start to grow. But certainly it is part-time, so it might be splitting your time between one and another thing, or leaving something to start on something else. So there is this shift in how you work, basically, and how you spend your working hours, okay? And then we have the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is success. So success is coming. You can see he's carrying the wreath here. So he has won something or achieved something or gotten to a level, gotten a qualification, or simply done well. So whatever he's working on, whatever creativity he is about to embark upon, there is success coming in that. So it is a positive card. And there is motion here. So it's still moving forward, because as soon as you achieve success in an area, it doesn't just stop. You carry on, you move on. So there is an element of the horse here, which will continue the movement forward for him. And you can see there is there's a group of people in the background here, and they all are on their horses, and they have their wands in the air as well. And that symbolizes support in the community, and that you have people who are behind you, supporting you. have people who are in your tribe, you might say, who are following the same creative line, who have the same ideas, the same passions, the same fire, who are willing to push you, who are willing to back you, who are willing to support you. So this is a wonderful card coming from that decision of, do I go part-time? Do I shift my focus and work on both things? Do I try and balance my life? But really work on this hustle as well. You know, you can't really work 3 or 4 full-time jobs, but you can split yourself between part-time positions, and then it seems that that will be successful for you and actually will be supported by the community. And in a way, what you're doing is bringing something to them as well. So your success is their success as well, okay? And then we have the Ace of Wands. So then this is from that, there is this great idea. From that, God, the hand of God is delivering this creative project, this element which has life to it, which has fire to it, which is driving you forward. You've got a castle here at the end, so it can point to changes and things like there might be changes in your home. You might be redecorating. You might be using your creativity to change colors in a room, or to redesign your room, or to redecorate in some way. So there is this creative endeavor that might be brought forward, and it might be simply related to home. So you might want to declutter and use the energy that you create, because when you declutter, you shift energy as well. And then that allows you to get passionate and loving about the space that you're in, and to redesign it so it's more homely, it's better for you. It can also point to things like old people's home, that type of thing. So be aware that that energy might be coming in as well. But certainly there is this Ace, which is a very powerful card, and it is an offering of this passionate, creative power, this idea, this inventiveness. There is some element that you are passionate about, and you're going to be given the drive to move forward with that. Okay? And it is something that you want, because the hand is holding on strong here. So it's something that you want, something that you're passionate about, and something you're not willing to let go of. So use the creative energy that comes and really move forward with that determination. So you're holding on strong to this idea, this creative idea that you have. You're holding it strong, and you're going to make it work. You're going to make it happen. And whatever creativity this is, it might lead to you owning a property. It might lead to you living in your castle, whatever that means to you. But it is this drive forward which may bring results in this domestic kind of situation. Okay, thank you. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles it can be a woman or man, but here we're seeing a woman who is independent, who has worked. Again, it's all about the work and success and drive, isn't it? And so she has diligently put in time and effort. She's an independent woman. She's the huntress. She's got the hawk here. So that's someone who goes out and hunts, so goes out to get business, who goes out and creates, who builds and grows. These are the vines full of the fruit, full of the grapes. They are laden. So she is able to grow her money. She is able to create fertility in her business and a new growth in her business. So, you pick the grapes off at a certain time of year of harvest. So this is a period of harvest as well. You'll be harvesting things. You'll be reaping the rewards of all the hard work that you've put in. But she's able then to tend to the vine and to grow again. So she has, they say money doesn't grow on trees, but you can see here it's growing on these vines. And so it's tending to the business. It's putting in time, putting in effort. She's wearing a lot of yellow, which is your solar plexus, which is your self-esteem, which is your courage, your strength, your willpower. So there needs to be an element of intense willpower if you're going to make a business work. You have to get up and you have to put in the hours, you have to put in the time, you have to create a video, you have to be able to separate yourself from something else in order to have the time to do that. So there is a necessity to be diligent about your work in order to watch it grow, and it can grow. And you see she's here in this fertile environment. She's very much connected with the red boots to the earth. So the earth is the material world, the earth is money. So she's able to establish herself, able to make money and feel grounded. So whatever she's bringing through, she's grounding it in the earth. So you might have interesting ideas, but the idea is that you bring them through and make them real here on the earth plane. And you can see in the background as well, she has her castle. So here is the castle. We have the castle in the background. So we have the home. We have gone forward with this drive, and we have gone forward with this passion on this thing that we are so passionate about. And we have made it into a viable business. We have made it into something that will bring us financial reward. And she's happy and she's loving. Here we have again the rabbit, the hare. So it's moving from this idea of starting a business, starting something, whether to split your time, part-time, side hustle. And the hare is running off to this separate one. So running off to this new idea. So perhaps saying, let's try this direction. Let's go in this direction. There's a new opportunity, a new business coming up for you. And it's a big brave step. But here you can see the hare is here. So the hare has arrived. So it has arrived at this position of where there is full satisfaction in work, full satisfaction in making money, not afraid to work, not afraid to put in the time, put in the effort, do the hustle, be the huntress. And she's loving the vines. She's loving nature. So nature is very abundant as well. So it's connecting to the natural world as well. Make sure you get out, go for walks in nature, connect to nature, feel yourself imbued with that abundance. Nature's always giving. Nature has seasons. Nature changes. Nature bears fruit. So there's a cycle in nature. You sow the seed. This is sowing the seed, and then you have to tend to it and then watch it grow, and then it bears flowers, and then it bears fruit. So there is a process and a journey to this, but she is here reaping her rewards and very, very happy with her castle in the mountain. So congratulations to her. So it might be pointing to a woman who is set off with this interest on the side, which is becoming successful because she's been supported by her community. She's supported by those who are around her, and they actually enjoy seeing her succeed. They enjoy being her backing group, as it were, and they're happy to push her forward because it helps them as well. It helps elevate them and bring their ideas forward as well. When you've got somebody sort of leading with a certain idea, it allows others to say, oh yeah, I had this idea, or I think the same, or you find your tribe in a sense, and then you find this one passionate thing that you will not let go of, that you want to drive forward, that you want to create, whether it is changing your home, or maybe this one drive is, I want my own home. I want to make it happen. I'm passionate about making it happen. And then how does it happen? That consistency, that diligent work ethic, that loving the work that you do. You gotta love the work you do to make it grow. You can't be negative about it. And then you can see you achieved. And that is the queen. So this is the emotional person. This is the woman who is full of feeling, and she's giving everything she has. She's giving her cup into this endeavor. It is through all of this endeavor that this emotional woman will be able to become this stable individual. Okay, so that's interesting. I think I'm just going to go straight to the goddess cards, because there is a mix of male female here, but I'm feeling that it could be for a female, this energy, but that's not necessarily so, because we all have male and female within us. So whether you're male or female, you may resonate, it may make sense to you. And more men are tapping into their sensitivity anyway, tapping into that emotional side of themselves, and allowed to express that emotional side of themselves too, where before they might have had to suppress it or repress it because it wasn't accepted. But we're all emotional creatures, right? Some more than others. So let's ask the goddesses to give us some guidance on this. What do we need to know with regards to this reading? But definitely, I mean, it's a very positive reading. There's some positivity there. We've got one card coming out, which is this one. Oh my goodness, that's interesting. Oh, there's another one which has gone across the room. Bear with me, I'll just go get it. So it's this one. And my hair is a bit messy today. Oh, one turned over as well. Okay, so we'll go for those three. I might need to read a little of the book, but let's see what these say. So, this first one is Irene, and it's peace. Wow. Well, we need that now, don't we, more than ever? Peace. Wow. And she is a mother here holding her child. And you have the dolphins here again. So that freedom. Dolphins are very much about breath work as well. So, you know, they come up and they need to breathe in above the surface and then dive under again. So there is that breath work with the dolphins. So when you learn about breath work, you're learning about different ways to breathe, to have different effects on your body. And one is called ocean breathing, actually. So ocean, and it's an in-breath and then a longer out-breath. And there's a particular way you do it, but the idea is that it calms, it brings that peace to yourself. And that's it. It's whatever is happening, you still need to bring that peace to yourself first. I think I said this in a recent post, that if you're peaceful, you can create peace. But if you're not peaceful inside, whatever you're feeling inside is what you're creating. So there is a responsibility to override that reactionary feeling, take control, and bring peace to your physical body so that you can emanate peace out. And this is very, I mean, she looks quite Eastern, doesn't she? It's very important right now. You see mother and child, so many children suffering at the moment. Oh my God, how crazy is that? She actually has corn here. So we've got corn on the side. She has corn here. And she also has grapes in that package as well. She's grapes there. And we've got the grapes there. How weird is that? So a time of harvest as well. A time of food. A time of receiving support. Receiving help. Look at her eyes. I mean, they are just so full of emotion. She is the Queen of Cups. She is so full of emotion. And it says there's no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. So there may be a fear of no food, a fear of nothing, having to look after the young, feeling you can't breathe, feeling you're in this ocean of emotion. All you want is peace. That's super interesting. So I'm just going to see what it says in the book. It might give us a slightly different interpretation. Gosh, it says, even though appearances may seem chaotic, so I think this is about a specific thing, I think you know what I mean. I assure you that a higher plan is in action. This all-loving power is carrying and supporting you completely. Relax into the arms of divine love and breathe away all cares, concerns and worries. Put your focus into enjoying and appreciating each blessing. Your gratitude helps you attract even more blessings into your life. Just give your cares and worries to heaven. Pray, meditate. Engage in peace-enhancing activities such as yoga, sea salt baths, massage, naps, music, playfulness, the like, breath work as well. She's a Greek goddess, and she brings peacefulness to all who call upon her. So you can ask her to help replace the worry with faith. And she reminds you to retain your childlike awe and enthusiasm for life. And so if you are praying for peace, if you are someone who is wanting to bring the energy of peace, support, charity, food, safety, mother and child, that embrace, that bond, looking after the people who are suffering, then call on Irene. Call on her to add peace into your life. And then we've got Sulis, bodies of water. And it says spend time near water such as the lake, river, or the ocean to recharge your batteries. And she's very nice there. And that's like the Queen, isn't it? That's the Queen of Cups right there. In the water, connected to the water, the emotions. And using the waters to clear the emotions. Using like a bath, like a salt bath to help clear your energy field. Using the tears to release the toxins from your body. We need to engage tearfully sometimes to clear out the body. It's important. It does such an amount of good if you can let go into tears sometimes. It's important. Your body needs it. It's almost like I'm getting, when the animals shake if they've been chased or are frightened and they go and they shake the adrenaline out of their system. The tears will get rid of toxins from your body and allow you to offload an energy. Because if you're carrying it, it's too much. And also being near water, being near crashing water, like crashing waves or a waterfall, creates negative ions, which are really good for your body. So that's why it feels nice to go for a walk along the beach. Negative ions affect your auric fields and affect your physical. So it's important for healing. And also drinking water, which is programmed. So you can get your glass of water, and glass of water is conscious. So we have science now to prove it. But water, we know, is conscious. So all the oceans are conscious. All the rivers, all the bays, all the harbours, all that water is conscious and can hold consciousness and can hold programming. So if you live near water, if you're told to go near water, you can program the water to assist. You can drink water and program it. So you can say, water, I want you to help me feel more self-love. I want you to fill my cells and revitalize my cells and make me more youthful. And you can ask the water to do that, and the water will hold that intention. It's an intention, and it holds that intention, and then you drink the water, and it carries that energy into each and every cell. So it's really, really important. And drinking water is really important as well, even just for general health. Most people, and especially as they get older, are dehydrated. A lot of people are dehydrated and they don't know they're dehydrated. A lot of illness comes because of dehydration, because it starts in the cell, and if the cell is dehydrated, it can't function properly. So cellular hydration is your first point of health and healing. And then that affects everything else, affects the physical, goes into affect the mental, goes into affect the emotional, goes into affect the consciousness, etc., etc. Begin with the cell, begin with water, begin feeding yourself with water. Get a bottle of water, get a filter for water, spin the water, really, really good. But program the water. Start programming the water. Test it out. See does it work? Let's see what it says. So it says, spend time near water such as lake, river or ocean to recharge your batteries. Water's curative effects are well known and well documented. Since the human body is composed almost entirely of water, this makes sense. Water can wash away sadness, pain, and the ill effects of suffering. Engage in purification rituals involving water more often. You'll experience an uplifting in your spirit and outlook. Water's magical properties are amplified when you infuse it with your prayers and intentions. Just said that. Whether you soak in a sea salt bath or bathe in freshwater spring, you're sure to see the difference that water will make. It says go for a meditative walk near water. Take a vacation. Let's see what it says on the next line. By the ocean. Move to a home situated closer to a body of water. That might be nice. You might move your castle to a place near water. Lovely. Go for a swim. Take a sea salt bath. Detox your energetic and physical body. And in the end it says drink more water. So I think that's what we were talking about. It's the Celtic sun goddess who oversees bodies of water associated with healing. I didn't know this. It says the fountain of healing water in Bath, England. You probably have heard about Bath, where they have the Roman baths and things. Beautiful, beautiful, cute little town in England. The fountain's actually named in Sulius's honour. And if you need help to arrange your finances or your schedule to allow you to take a trip to the ocean or a lake, you can also call on her to make it happen for you. So there you go. That's very interesting. And again, it just reminds me of the underlying energy. So water, drink water, work with water, and use it for healing. Use it to release, but also use it for healing, and set the intention in the water. And notice, does it taste different? I always find when I set an intention into the water, taste it before, set the intention into the water, and then taste it after. Does it taste different? And you can also have frequencies, so you can have numbers, different frequencies, write them on a post-it or something and stick it to the glass. And when the water's in, it absorbs the vibration of the numbers. Or just intend. It's probably better just to intend the numbers, because then you're consciously doing it each time, as in, instead of just relying on the paper to do it or the number written on the paper to do it, you're consciously intending, which is a much more active, involved way to create. And the last one of the goddesses is Ishtar. And it's boundaries. You can see she's quite fierce, isn't she? She's pretty awesome. And it says, love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. She's quite the warrior. I like her style. It's got quite a number of different elements into it. It's kind of Egyptian, but there's also sort of a Native American coming in as well. I'm really liking that. Yeah, she knows herself. So know yourself. Know what you will put up with. Know what you will approve of. Know where you want to go and how far you want to go. And be able to speak your truth. Be able to say no. Be able to say yes. Know yourself. So let's read Ishtar. Here we go. So it says, a sincere desire to give of service is wonderful. However, there's a distinction between giving of yourself and giving up yourself. If you feel tired, guilty, or resentful while helping others, then you're not truly helping them, are you? You're injecting a poisonous energy into the relationship, and then no one benefits. Step back and reassess the situation. As you respect your own boundaries, others will begin to recognize and respect them within you and within themselves as well. Now that's a healthy behavior to teach others. You're doing too much. So if you're overgiving or overdoing, the light's quite bright, isn't it? You might need to pull back a bit. Become more assertive, so stand your ground. Speak your truth. Say yes and no. Be okay about saying what's on your mind. There is a trauma response where you can think something and be about to say it, but then hold back because you think of all the different things that might happen after you say it and how people are affected, and it could hurt somebody or it might affect somebody in a specific way, and you end up swallowing a lot of stuff because you don't say it. And might be sort of thinking that it's the right thing because it's care for the other, but you're not caring for yourself. So these boundaries are important, and these needs to know yourself and be able to assert yourself, be able to speak what it is that you want to say without worrying about, oh, but then if I say that, then she'll think that and he'll think that, and maybe I shouldn't say it and I'll just hold back, and there's no point in me saying it anyway, there's a need to understand that's a trauma response and that you have a right to say something that's on your mind. Sorry, I've just seen somebody on a roof terrace. It's looking down at me doing my sesh. It says don't do things out of guilt or obligation either. So that is the thing as well. Your time is your time. Do it out of love. Do it out of passion. When things are, covered in the energy of guilt, or you feel you have to, there's a manipulation in an energy, which means it's tainted. So if the energy is tainted, then it's not got the free flowing, it's not got the love, it's not true, it's not healthy. So there's this idea of, if you feel cornered or if you feel put upon as well, there's a need to understand that doing something just because of that, then it's the wrong energy behind it. So it's cleaning up the energy behind things, cleaning up how you express, cleaning up what you're trying to achieve through these different energies and ways of working. So there's just so much happening out there. So she's been worshipped since Babylonian times, is the embodiment of Venus's womanly energy, and she definitely has that female power, but female, whereas she's hot stuff, but she knows, like, she's standing her ground. She will get what she wants, but she won't put up with nonsense. She represents divine feminine in all of her aspects, including nurturing, mothering, sensuality, fertility, healing, protection, and wisdom. She's a multi-dimensional goddess who doesn't tire of helping the men and women who call upon her for assistance. So feel free to call upon her, feel free to engage with the divine feminine, and really feel that connection to that feminine energy, but also maintain your boundaries. So yourself, your kind of area of protection, your area around you, and you decide how you get involved, where you get involved, who you get involved with. So it's really for me, it's a self-knowing one. Know yourself. So I'm going to do a quick one now from the guides. We're on 38. We'll see if the guides come. So those are all a bit interesting, but certainly they may be sort of resonating for some of you. They're a little bit different to the tarot section, so let's see if the guides can bring us a couple of cards that will tie everything together. Okay, I've got 3 there that have flown away. Let me go get those. Okay, so interesting. The first one is the physical body. So we'll just look at this intuitively, and you can see here it is about maintaining your physical health, maintaining your physical body, learning about health of the body, learning about what it is you need to do, whether it's to be active, whether it's to eat healthy foods, whether it's to eat more fruits and vegetables, whether it's to get out in nature, spend more time in nature, really connecting to the plants, to the trees, to the animals, that type of thing. It's also about physical intimacy, physical closeness, and that there is a need for that it's a healthy, normal desire and appetite that humans have. So there's a need for connection and a physical need as well. And that can just be a physical touch as well. Physical touch is really, really important. So healing, massage, any body work is really, really good as well if you're missing that connection. It's working with the moon here. So we've got the different cycles of the sun and the moon. So make sure you get out and get some sunlight, some vitamin D. But also connect with the moon, the energies of the moon, which is divine feminine energy, comes in from the moon. Be aware of that as well. And the cycles of the night and the day, and how you are in the night and how the body is. Is it getting enough rest at sleep time, at night time when the moon is out? Are you getting good sleep, good quality sleep, enough sleep? We've got a fish here again, so that brings in the water element. We've got the birds, so that's the air element. And we've got Mother Gaia here, of course, the energy of the earth. And so we are on the earth as well. We are simply passengers on this planet. So there's a need to realize that we are visitors and we won't be here forever. And she is the master. The natural world is the master. The natural world needs to be respected more. Gaia's physical body is the earth. So we need to respect the earth more. And we need to understand that we are simply on her and that she can shake us off any minute she wants to. So it is being almost worshipping the energy of Gaia, worshipping her energy, connecting to her energy, integrating with that energy, with that vibration of Gaia. And many of you probably haven't done any work like that at all, but just go and sit in your garden, go and connect to the ground, feel the vibration, feel the heartbeat, learn about the Schumann resonance, learn about the the solar winds, the northern lights. Everyone's seeing them now. This is all energy coming onto the earth. So it's about the energies, it's about the natural world, appreciating the natural world, the fruits, receiving the fruits of your labor. Mother Earth gives to us so much, so we have to be able to receive, and we have to be thankful and grateful for the flowering, for the growth. There's fruitfulness, there's abundance, there's fertility, there's natural foods, there's nature, flowers, fragrance, water, air, gifts, the cosmos, so much in this. And it's 3 in 1, which is 4, and 4 is foundation. 4 is the earth, 4 is the material world. So it's bringing all of these things onto the material plane. Okay? And in a way, it's a bit like this one. Growing something, working at something, connecting to Mother Earth to grow the business, respecting the natural cycle of things. And then we have restriction. So that might seem a bit airy-fairy to you, and you might seem, well, that doesn't make sense to me. And you might have all kinds of thoughts. Well, that's no good. That doesn't work. That's got no power. We need to think this way. I need to think that way. And those are restricted thoughts, limited thoughts. And they imprison your mind. So what we want to do is unlock that and set your mind free. Whatever ideas you have that stop you doing something, it's a restrictive thought. So set it free. Let this person, this being who's full of life and possibility out. This is the joy guides. They're coming in to release you. You're coming in to release your mind. Your mind can have so much control over you. All of your thoughts. What are you thinking all day long? And many people consider themselves helping, but their thinking actually may be creating problems that they're not even seeing or aware of. Thinking creates a reaction, a chemical reaction within the body. So as you think and emote, your body is responding chemically. So you have to be aware of what you're setting yourself up for physically down the line. And the more you're in one particular vein of thought or emotion, the more you're releasing these chemicals, so they can cause illness, cause pain, cause inflammation, cause damage. And that is why trauma as well, if trauma is not released, if you repeat the thinking over and over again, then you're repeating the cycle of chemicals that are coming through your body again and again and again. So you're reliving it, but also your physical body is reliving it and reproducing all those chemicals again and again and again. So you're doing ongoing damage again and again and again. So there's a need to work with guides, work with the higher realms, work with the angelics, the cherubs. Bring joy into your life. Do something fun. Release the mind for a moment. I always say to people, you can always go back to it. You know, you can have all this negative, dramatic thinking, and that's sometimes fair and true, and your truth. But it's okay to step away from that for a moment. Do some healing, because it will be there, and you can return to it. But what you might find if you do some healing, or I find creating art is a really great thing. I'm having an art shift November 19th. It's an in-person workshop. We do meditations and we create art, and we just dive in for 3 hours, and then you come out of it, and I think it's amazing, because you get messages, you get information, but also you feel really good afterwards. So you can go back out into the world that is chaos, but you're going out. It's almost like you've had a Band-Aid, or you've had a bandage put on the wound. You're able to go back out there better, stronger, and you're not restricting possibilities, because sometimes if things are dramatic, we think, well, there's no way, and it can't, and I can't, and how can I? And that negative cycle can roll forward. But we want to unlock the ideas, the possibilities, the answers that we need. And getting into joy, getting into doing something that makes you feel joyful, even if it's going for a swim, even if it's just having a bath, something that just takes you away for a moment, brings you a bit of peace and joy, allows your mind just to open up, to receive something different. And what are you going to receive? You're going to receive a message from your higher self. If you can get yourself into a healing state, you'll receive messages and information from your higher self. It allows you to move out of your physical. We're all aware of our physical, but we're so much more than our physical. So it allows you to move out into that higher being, which has all the information that you need. It has everything that you need. You're in this world, but you're also in the other world at the same time. You're just not aware that you are. So basically, you're just your higher self, and part of you is focused here in this human body, here. But that's not who you are. It's not what you are. And so the epiphany is the understanding of life from a higher perspective, from that larger perspective, from the higher self. And a way to do that is to connect to the crown chakra, which is the lotus, the petals, open up and allow you to receive information down into the crown. And then that's the messages, that's the information, so it informs you. And it's 18, so 1 and 8 is 9, so there might be an ending of an old way of thinking, because the epiphany is the realization, the new idea, the understanding, the great understanding. So it's the end of the old way of being, the old way of thinking, and stepping in and receiving this download, receiving this higher information, so that you can move forward with this higher perspective on life, of life. Okay, well, let's do one Archangel Michael card before we go. There's a lot happening out there today. It's very busy. So it's interesting when you're here on different days and different things that you see out of your window. So I hope you're well. Hope that resonates or reaches somebody or gives you an answer in some way. As I say, if you want a distance tarot, just let me know, or an in-person tarot, let me know. And I'm coming back to my hometown, Letterkenny, in December. So if you want to book a session in December, thinking the 28th, 29th, then you can just let me know, and we'll book a session. I can do healings, Reiki, mediumship, channeling, even if you want a channeling, tarot, different things like that. So I'll bring a set of cards with me, etc. So I didn't finish myself. This had just jumped out, so that's Innocence, which is interesting. Let's take one more from Archangel Michael, and then we'll finish up. God, 50, we've almost done an hour. Wow. Oops. Okay, very good. 1 second. So Michael's flying all over the shop today. The first one is Innocence, and yes, that makes me think straight away about the innocent people that are suffering at the moment. It usually means that the person you're thinking about is innocent. So if you've got someone on your mind and you're not sure about them, this is kind of to signify there is an innocence about them. They are somebody that you can trust. They are somebody that you can feel comfortable around, and no need to doubt anymore. It says, Dear God and the angels, thank you for helping me see that all of your qualities of pure love and light are reflected within me and all others. Help me embrace my God-given innocence so that I may be at peace. And that's it too, you're an innocent being as well. So you might not be able to fix everyone's problems, but that's maybe not your job either. You have to do what you can with what you've got. You're not guilty of everyone else's sins or poisons or destruction. You have an innocence to you, and even those involved, they also have a spark within them, and it's hard to find. But sometimes if you think of someone in that way, if it helps you see them as a divine being, and then that the hatred dissolves a little, so it helps you what's the word, it's a reconciliation for you. He's looking at this little puppy and the innocence of youth, the innocence of that playful spirit, that joy. You haven't done anything wrong. This is saying, okay, whoever's out there, you haven't done anything wrong. Everyone makes mistakes, but at your heart, at your soul, at your core, you're an innocent being. And the rewards are romance. Romance is going to come in and help you. The romance cupids are going to shoot their arrows for you. So there's somebody coming in. And Michael is so joyful. Look at the card. He's super happy. He's quite excited. That sort of butterfly excitement. He's going, will I text her? Won't I text her? So there is this energy here. And it's all in nature as well. So it's very natural. It's timely. It's seasonal. It has come round in this season, this cycle, this abundance. And it looks like it's autumn here as well. You can see different colours of autumn here, so we're in that change in color right now. So this is now. It says, Dear guardian angels of my soulmate, thank you for preparing my soulmate and me for love, for giving us the motivation to make helpful life changes, and for arranging for us to meet. Thank you for helping us recognize each other and have the courage to say hello, so that we can eventually delve into a truly intimate relationship. So ask the angels to help you with this relationship. Ask them to give you nudges. Ask them to give you the courage to step forward and meet that person. Because that's a nice ending. That's the support that you'll need as you move forward. You've done a lot on your own. You've built a lot on your own. You've had drive and determination on your own. You've succeeded. You've had to lay down certain foundations. You've had to find ways to overcome. And you have developed in yourself, and you have developed in your mind and your body. And there is good romance coming in, and it is guided by Archangel Michael, so that's wonderful. Let me know if it resonates. Let me know if you get some romantic texts. And yeah, just you know, feedback to me if it makes sense to you. You can watch the videos that we've done previously. They might resonate. It's not, I timestamp it, but you know, whenever you listen to it, it's that thing is for you to hear, because it might resonate with what's happening with you at that moment. Often I'll give readings, but they might not make sense for a while. So if this makes sense to you now, let me know. And I will do a little channel today as well, so you might see that one coming after. So I don't know, it comes up on one of the sides here as well. I think it's this side it comes up. Do subscribe to the channel, it really helps, and share it with people that you know might like to have a little reading. This one is free of charge, but if you want a personal one-to-one reading, do get in touch with me. We can organise that as well. And all to say is have a lovely week, and I hope this has helped you in some way. I hope it has bring some positivity to you, and perhaps this was the hour that you needed away from the craziness, and then you can return to the craziness, but perhaps this might have shifted you a little or given you some ideas. Do charge your water, and yeah, I will see you very, very soon. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.